Hello and hello. My name is Helena. I'm 21 years old and I'm here to talk to you about campaigns, specifically Food Bank's Shop and Share campaign. Look, it was good, but it could be better, and that is why you are listening to me. Food Bank uses supermarket giant Woolworths as a platform to communicate their campaign to the target audience. Their campaign is simple. Buy a product at a selected range, whether it's Weet-Bix or a carton of milk, then a food donation is matched for their cause of feeding the thousands of hungry Australians they feed each month. Partnering with well-known brands like Devondale, McCain, Mount Franklin, the list goes on, in order for the everyday shoppers to connect with the campaign. Essentially, the big idea is to get the public and major corporations involved in their cause of feeding the hungry. Through the partnership of Woolworths, Bank is able to tap directly to their target audience, the supermarket shopper. I have identified the largest portion of the target audience are partnered women aged 45 plus. These products are positioned deliberately in order to fit with the target audience, which will increase purchasing. One recommendation I would suggest for the strategic approach of the campaign would be to show consumers the result of their contribution. For example, in a visual advertisement, communicate to the consumer what it would mean for one to participate in Shop and Share, taking Weet-Bix for an instance, and then explain how purchasing one will put this product into the hands of a young schoolboy who just wants to have the energy to play footy. Evoking connection and emotion will spark consumer desire and action towards the campaign. Of course, when involving numerous brands with the campaign, there are bound to be some more likely to be purchased and others less likely. One way to target where the least amount of money comes out of would be to evaluate the total sales of each product and see which product was purchased the least amount of times. Once these products are identified, replace them with other products that might be more successful. Continuously regulating a few of the lower performing brands will enable more sales and a better understanding of what consumers buy. Foodbank mainly uses emotional appeals, specifically involvement, belonging, and empathy. I believe these appeals were appropriate because the stigma around donating to charity is that it's an effort and untrustworthy. Lastly, the emotion of empathy is used to remind consumers why it's important to be involved. As well as this, the campaign highlights the social need for the hungry, using a transformational appeals. This enables the consumer to process the purchase emotionally and feel like they have done their in society. The common tone throughout the campaign reflects on the convenience and ease of donating to one of Australia's leading non-for-profit charities. As you can see, the ad shows a list of common grocery products. Notice the majority of the products are Australian. The ad also displays the same 16 products in each, so consistency is there. Notice also how little information the visual gives the consumer. I think this is a creative and effective way to draw the consumer's attention in without overloading them with information. Having these big brands involved shows the credibility, and secondly, a good incentive they used was providing recipes online involving ingredients the shop and share selection involves. One recommendation toward the creative strategy would be to have a section of an aisle dedicated to the selected range. This way, consumers don't have to go looking for that particular can of tuna or brand of bread. Having it all at the beginning of the aisle will allow consumers to have easier access as well as good use of advertising. Group M secured television and radio spots as well as outdoor print placements. This was advertised nationally, which reinforced its image as well as reminded consumers of Foodbank's services. Using television as one of their platforms enabled mass coverage to target all demographics of the target audience. However, although television is a great way to advertise to the masses, you can't really guarantee the masses will actually give your ad the time of day. This is due to channel surfing. The same can be said for radio as well as outdoor advertising. One recommendation would be to increase its use of social media. Interactive social media, to be specific. One example is to have a food bank representative to continuously post stories on the social media platform like Instagram, upload videos and images, as well as provide polls, quizzes, in order for the consumer to be more involved with the process. Engagement is key when it comes to the way consumers feel toward the brand, product or service. Therefore, developing a semi-personal relationship between these representatives and the consumer can be a good way to get people involved or even just aware. So that's it. Cheers.